So, Paige Bueckers, lads. Paige Bueckers. Paige is going to be the number one overall pick. But in this video, we're going to be looking at all 12 teams. This is going to be looking at what the Dallas Wings are going to be doing in the 2025 WNBA draft. What picks they have, what their team looks like, as well as just in general, what to expect. And do we think there's going to be any trades? First of all, there is not going to be a trade for number one. That is not going to be a trade. Like, the Dallas Wings are taking Paige Bueckers. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. However, the Dallas Wings have a lot of picks. If you're looking, the Dallas Wings have the second pick, have the 14th pick, the second pick in round 2. They also have the 12th pick. So they have 1, they have 12, they have 14. And they also, do they have a third round? Yeah, they have 2 third-round picks. I don't see a third-round pick making the squad, but maybe this third-round pick will. So, for pick number 1, we are looking at, obviously, Paige Bueckers. Paige is going at number 1, and I think that's just an obvious situation. That is a complete obvious situation, and I think that she's going in and she's coming right in as a starter. Do I think she starts day 1? Yes. Do I think she's going to be their, like, best point guard day 1? Maybe not. Like, I think that there's a good chance Ty Harris, especially initially, she's borderline all-star. Like, she's not borderline all-star, but she's good starter level. So I think it's going to be tough. So if you look at the rest of the team, their starting 5 is almost certainly going to be Myisha Hines-Allen, Tiara McCowan, Dejanay Carrington, Paige Bueckers, and Arike Ogunbowale. They could start Ty Harris and move Dejanay to the 4 and play Tiara at the 5. Or go ultra small, play Myisha Hines-Allen at the 5. But I would assume that is going to be their starting 5. Their bench, they have like Mackenzie Forbes. They're going to have Maddie Seegers and Alyssa Smith, who I rate both. Like, I rate Maddie Seegers so highly as a player. I think she's their best bench player. Or, no, sorry, Ty Harris, their best bench player. But after that, Maddie Seegers, then Alyssa Smith. Herbert Harrigan is okay. But, like, Joyner Holmes, I don't rate the rest of their players. Myisha Hines-Allen is probably going to start. But if she's a bench player, she's a pretty decent bench player. And yeah, so what this team needs is they've got no real wings off the bench. And they have Ty Harris as a backup point guy. So they've got 2 people in kind of run the 1. You don't really want Arike running the 1. So with that 12th pick, I think a lot of people have this player mocked. And I actually think it makes a lot of sense. A lot of people are mocking Serena Sundell from Kansas State. Because Serena Sundell has that size, she has that ability to kind of run the show while being bigger at 6'2". So she's kind of a wing guard hybrid, and averaging 7.3 assists per game last season was incredibly impressive. Other players that I could see them maybe taking, maybe a Sarah Ashley Barker, or if one of Sanaya Rivers, like Sanaya Rivers, just having her as backup, as a backup Dejanay for Dejanay. If Sanaya Rivers or Cheyenne Sellers fall to 12, which is a good possibility of that happening, I think we could potentially see them looking towards that with their last pick in the second round. But then you also forget they got 2 picks later. So I would assume the Aces are going to take one of like a Pow Pow, a Van Lith, a Pow Pow, a Van Lith, or a... Who else do they have? I'm just blanking completely who they could take. Isaiah James. Just kind of someone that can come in, sure things up, maybe run be like a combo guard because Chelsea Gray's going to play most of the minutes to 1. Or you never know, they might end up, if Amor's there, taking a Georgia Amor. So, yeah, or honestly, if Sundell's there at 13, they might take Sundell. But at 14, I would assume you're going... They don't really have a 2 off the bench. Like, Arike is going to play a lot of minutes. I think you're probably looking... Because I know Paige can play 2 with Ty Harris. It's not the biggest deal in the world. I think with 14, if Pow Pow's on the board, I think they could take Tahina Pow Pow. That's something that I think would be a very interesting take. and Isaiah James would make sense there, or if they're just completely out on Tiara McCowan, they could get some more athleticism in Araya Marshall. But I genuinely do think someone like an Isaiah James might be there go at 14. And then if you're looking at the rest of the draft, they also have a half decent pick. Oh, sorry, they don't. Then their next pick is in the third round. In the third round, I don't even know who to take in the third round. If Sedona Prince is still there, maybe take Sedona Prince. And obviously, there is a gigantic Sedona Prince thing that people are talking about when it comes to Sedona Prince. Like, everyone is mentioning Sedona Prince. Like, who's going to take her? What team's going to look to take her? Should she be taken high? And I mean this when I say this. Sedona Prince is not good enough. Like, if Sedona Prince was 22 years old, you would probably take Sedona Prince at 13. She is 25 years old. She's going to be 25 in a few weeks. She's terrible against anyone who's any decent big. She's terrible against. She is going to be the worst center in the WNBA. There is no way in hell Sedona Prince gets any burn at all. So I would very much assume that that she wouldn't even make it. Like, if Tiara McCowan's a bit too slow, Jesus, whatever's gonna happen with Sedona Prince. But that's kind of what I think is gonna happen. I think they're gonna take Paige, guards, and a undersized Paige, a kind of 1-2, and maybe, because they have too many 4s, and maybe a 5, and maybe a Sanaya Fagan or a Araya Marshall. That's another thing that they could take, if we're being honest. Sanaya Fagan or Araya Marshall. So their depth chart realistically then looks like they have Yamamoto, who's, if she makes the WNBA, she's going to be one of the most popular players in the league, but she's so tiny. But their depth chart at the minute is probably looking like Paige, Arike. Well, not their depth chart. Their lineup's probably looking like Paige, Arike, Dejanay, Hines Allen, and Tiara McCowan. An okay starting 5. No spacing really for Paige to drive at all, though. So obviously their backup 2 guards, backup point guards, gonna be Ty Harris / whoever one of the players they draft with those 2 picks. Their backup small forward, power forward is Seager / Smith. They both kind of play that 3-4 role. Maybe Nalissa Smith will have to convert to the 3, or maybe Nalissa Smith will exclusively play at 5. They don't have a backup 5. I don't think there's a good enough backup 5 in his draft to take a 5. I don't think a Sanaya Fagan's going to do much. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That is my prediction for the Wings in this draft. I would say almost certainly the Wings are going to go and take Paige 1, obviously. And I think if Sundell's there, they're going to take Sundell. And then it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they look towards a Isaiah James, or maybe a Sanaya Fagan, or maybe they're the team that lose the Sedona Prince lottery. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.